Hello lovely people of the internet, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah, for those of you who are new to my channel. And today I'm going to be talking about my April TBR list, which it's actually quite a few. The month of March, let me just tell you, was a bad reading month for me because I still haven't finished the book I have been reading for the past 2 months. Is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I'm now halfway through it, so I'm hoping to get this done in the next 2 days. But it's been taking me so long to read because of the topic that this novel deals with, and sometimes I just need to take a break from it. So that's why it's been taking me forever to read it. But hopefully I'm going to be reading it. I'm going to finish it maybe tomorrow. And I also was moving, so if I'm back in Kentucky, so I'm back in the United States. I've been home I think I've been home for about 2 weeks now, and I finally left quarantine this past Saturday, and it still feels unreal that I'm back home in the States. So yeah, my setup's gonna look a little bit different because I'm in my room, my childhood room, so everything is gonna be different. My room here in Kentucky is a lot smaller than the room I had back home in Japan. back home in Japan, and yeah, I'm gonna be expecting 13 boxes that I shipped, which is a lot, and I have to figure out how to keep those in my room. So I'm gonna be starting off with I have a lot of romance on this list because spring and summer kind of puts me in a romantic mood because I'm a hopeless romantic, and 2 of these are very highly rated romance books, I believe. One of which I think came out in 2019, and it's a holiday book, but you know what? You can read a holiday book or a holiday themed book or movie anytime you want, any season. No shame in that. So I'm going to start off with Sally Rooney's debut novel, which is Conversations with Friends. I read Normal People last year, during the time that the show came out. I read the book first before I watched the show and loved both. I know Normal People is a mixed kind of, you either hate it or you either love it, but I was on the half of loving it, and the TV show just brings life to that book, more life than it has, and it was a perfect adaptation of the book, and it's word for word. It's everything I imagined it would have been and how I pictured Marianne and Connell. But this is her debut novel, Conversation with Friends, and it follows two 21-year-old best friends, I guess, as they kind of embark on this kind of love affair with this older couple. And it mainly follows Frances, who is the main, Frances, our main protagonist, who we follow. She starts a love affair with the older husband of the older couple, and it kind of follows that aspect of it. And I've been meaning to read this since I read Normal People, and I know I'm gonna really enjoy it. If I love Normal People, I think I'm gonna love it. So yeah, that's Normal. This is Conversation with Friends. My next book is actually 3 of these books on this list are books I actually just bought today at half price. And it's The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But this has been on my list for years. It follows Stella Lane, who is a woman who has Asperger's syndrome, but it's no longer called Asperger's syndrome. She has ASD or autism spectrum disorder, and basically she hires, I believe, an escort to teach her the ways of love and sexual acts. And it's kind of one of those tropes of unexpected romance, because Stella is doesn't know how to be in a relationship, and she's also, I believe, Vietnamese, so it's an Asian American point of view, and I love that. And I know I'm gonna love this because I've been in a huge romance kick, and this just sounds like I can relate to it so much. And so that's the second book. My third book is Gillian Flynn's Sharp Objects, which is actually quite short, I believe. I don't know if this was her debut novel. No, I believe Gone Girl was her debut novel. I've seen the movie of Gone Girl, loved it, but I don't think I'm ever really going to read the novel because I know what to expect from it because I watched the movie. And I don't know if I'll enjoy it because I've already seen the movie. But I think Sharp Objects follows a reporter called Camille Prager, as she is basically has come from a short stay at a psych hospital, and she's trying to collect her life and trying to readapt to living back home in her childhood home, I believe. And I believe there's a mystery involved, a murder mystery. Yes, okay. Camille finds herself identifying with the young... Wait, sorry. Yes, she's back in her hometown to cover the murders of two preteen girls. For years, Camille has hardly spoken to her neurotic, hypochondriac mother or the half-sister she barely knows. I'm trying to read more thriller and horror this year, and I believe this would be a good start in the thriller genre to dip my toe in and see if I enjoy it. Yeah, I'll go from there. My next book I have is Christina Lauren's In a Holidays. And it's basically, I believe, a Groundhog Day kind of story where this woman who loves the holidays, but she's having to say goodbye to the cabin that her family owns. And she just doesn't want that. And she basically is driving home, and basically she gets into a car accident, and well, bam. She's repeating the same day over and over. And I love Groundhog's Day, and I love that kind of like trope of like having to start a day over and over and over again until you find out what you need to fix and how you can improve it. I love those kind of stories. And if there's romance involved, if it's a romance involved, I'm gonna love it even more. And I know it's a holiday book, but you know what the heck, I'm gonna do it anyways. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this month. And the last two books are more in the horror thriller, one of which my dad lent me. And my dad's one of the reasons why I love books so much and I love reading, because he's an avid reader and he used to work at a bookstore in Michigan. So yeah, he's a huge inspiration for me for reading. And I believe on this book, it's called The Passage, which I believe is a book series. It's by Justin Cronin. And I don't know much about it, other than it's a good horror book, and my dad recommended it, and he was telling me how every time he lent it out to his coworkers at work, they enjoyed it. But all I know from it, from the passage in the back, it's a epic and gripping tale of a catastrophe and survival. The passage is the story of Amy, abandoned by her mother at the age of 6. Pursued and then imprisoned by the shadowy figures behind a government experiment of apocalyptic proportions. Oh. But Special Agent Brad Wolgast, the lawman sent to track her down, is disarmed by the curiously quiet girl and risks everything to save her. As the experiment goes nightmarishly wrong, Wolgast secures her escape, but he can't stop society's collapse. And as Amy walks alone across miles and decades into a future dark with violence and despair, she's filled with the mysterious and terrifying knowledge that only she has the power to save the ruined world. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, my dad said that they did make this into a TV show and they ruined it. And I think I have seen the trailer for that show. So I think it's like ringing the bell. But I'm excited for this book, and I'm very excited to get back into like thriller and horror, because I am an avid fan for horror, and man, there's so much you can do with it. And the last book, hopefully I can get to it, and this was a book I read my senior year of high school and adored it. The movie adaptation, perfect adaptation, and it's The Road by Cormac McCarthy, and this is the movie edition. and it follows basically a father and son on their travels to, I can't remember specifically, they're trying to go somewhere in this post-apocalyptic world where I believe it was a pandemic that has ended the world. And the themes that follow through this novel is the whole concept of, what is a father willing to do to protect his son? What is he willing to kill someone to, like, die for him? And I remember reading this my senior year of high school, and I loved it so much. It's dark, it's very thrillery in a way, and the movie is excellent because the actor who plays the father is, I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but he was in Lord of the Rings, and Lord of the Rings has a special part in my childhood, and he plays Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, and I think he was like one of my first like male crushes beside Orlando Bloom. But yeah, he plays the father, and he's an amazing actor. And I believe the boy, I think he's another actor, I think, who grew up too. And I cannot wait to reread this book. And I have many other classic novels I'm planning on rereading this year. One of which is Great Gatsby by Fitzgerald. Can never pronounce the name. Fitzgerald, which I'll probably get down the line. But yeah, so that's my April TBR, and comment down below if any of these books you've read, or if you are planning on reading these books this month or this year. Let me know, and comment down below books you're reading, and make sure you like that button if you want, and subscribe if you want to see more videos and see more of my face. And go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. Bye.